The peaceful message. The story begins with the Galactic Peace Council, a group of advanced alien races who have maintained harmony across the galaxy for thousands of years. Led by Ambassador Vel from the gentle Altarian species, the Council discovers a new world called Earth. The humans seem violent and warlike based on their intercepted communications, but the Council believes in peaceful solutions. Captain Jake Williams sits in his small space station, monitoring deep space signals when he receives the first alien transmission. The message is simple and clear. We come in peace. We wish to meet and share knowledge. The transmission includes star charts showing a meeting point in neutral space 3 months from now. Jake immediately contacts Earth's Space Defense Command. Admiral Ross, a gruff military veteran, reads the message with suspicion. Peaceful aliens. He scoffs. Every invasion in human history started with talk of peace. The military council debates for weeks. Some scientists like Dr. Emma Stone argue for peaceful contact, but the military leaders remember Earth's bloody history of first contacts between different human cultures. The decision comes from the very top. President Clark, influenced by his military advisors, makes the choice that will change everything. We'll meet them, he announces, but we go prepared for anything. The order goes out to prepare humanity's most advanced and intimidating warship, the UES Destroyer. The destroyer is not just a ship, it's a floating fortress, 3 kilometers long, bristling with weapons, and painted in aggressive black and red colors. Its hull is covered in sharp angles and spikes, designed to look as threatening as possible. The ship carries enough firepower to destroy entire fleets and has never been defeated in battle. Commander Alex Turner, the ship's captain, receives his orders with mixed feelings. A veteran of countless space battles, he understands the logic behind bringing overwhelming force to a first contact situation. Better to have it and not need it, he tells his crew, than need it and not have it. The destroyer's crew of 2,000 soldiers and officers begins preparing for the mission. They load the ship with their most advanced weapons, including the experimental planet Cracker missiles that can destroy worlds. The ship's AI, called Tai-Tien, runs combat simulations and analyzes every possible battle scenario. Meanwhile, the Galactic Peace Council prepares their own delegation. Ambassador Vel chooses a small, elegant ship called the Harmony. It's designed to look peaceful and welcoming, with smooth curves and a soft blue color. The ship carries no weapons, only gifts of knowledge and technology to share with the humans. The Altarian delegation includes scientists, philosophers, and artists. They spend weeks preparing welcome ceremonies and cultural exchanges. Ambassador Vel practices human languages and studies Earth's history, focusing on humanity's greatest achievements in art, science, and philosophy. Other council members express concern about the mission. The insectoid hive mind representative shares data about human military activities, while the crystalline shards warn about human unpredictability. But Ambassador Vel remains optimistic. Every species has the potential for peace, he argues. We must give them the chance. As the meeting date approaches, both sides make final preparations. The destroyer undergoes weapons tests that light up space for millions of kilometers. Its shields are tested against asteroid impacts, and its engines are pushed to maximum power. The crew trains for boarding actions, space battles, and planetary bombardment. The Harmony, meanwhile, fills its holds with peaceful gifts. Ancient art, advanced medical technology, and scientific knowledge that could advance human civilization by centuries. The Altarian delegation practices greeting ceremonies and prepares translator devices that will allow perfect communication between species. Captain Turner stands on the destroyer's bridge, looking out at the stars. His second-in-command, Major Kate Johnson, joins him. "Sir, do you think they really come in peace?" she asks. Turner considers the question carefully. "Maybe," he says finally. "But if they don't, they'll learn what happens when you threaten humanity." The chapter ends with both ships entering hyperspace heading toward the meeting point. The destroyer travels like a dark comet, its engines burning with aggressive red light. The Harmony moves like a gentle breeze, its blue hull reflecting starlight peacefully. Neither side knows what awaits them at the meeting point. The Galactic Peace Council expects to welcome a new member to their peaceful alliance. Earth's military expects to face a potential invasion fleet. The stage is set for a confrontation that will determine the future of human-alien relations. The meeting point lies in the void between stars, a place where two very different philosophies of first contact are about to collide. In 72 hours, the universe will discover whether humanity is ready to join the galactic community, or if they are truly the monsters their reputation suggests. The monsters Ripley. Captain Turner makes his decision in seconds. All hands, battle stations. Johnson, signal Earth immediately. Tell them to activate the Omega Protocol. The Omega Protocol was humanity's darkest secret, a network of hidden weapons throughout the solar system, designed to fight an enemy too powerful to defeat conventionally. Planet-killer missiles, gravity bombs, and experimental weapons that could tear apart space itself. Ambassador Vel watches in horror as the destroyer transforms into full combat mode. Weapon ports open like hungry mouths, shield generators hum with deadly energy, and the ship's black hull seems to absorb all light around it. Captain, please, Vel pleads, you cannot fight the entire Peace Council. Our technology is thousands of years ahead of yours. Turner's smile is cold as space. Ambassador, you made one critical mistake. You assumed that because we're primitive, we're weak. Let me show you what monsters can do when cornered. The destroyer opens fire on the Harmony, but not to destroy it. Instead, Turner uses precision strikes to disable its engines and communications. We're taking you home, Ambassador. Your people are going to see what happens when you threaten humanity. Dr. Neela panics as her ship becomes a prisoner. The fleet will destroy you the moment you enter our space. Let them try, Turner replies. Back on Earth, the alien fleet arrives expecting to find a helpless planet. Instead, they encounter something no peaceful species had seen in millennia, a world ready for total war. The Omega Protocol activates across the solar system. Hidden bases on asteroids reveal massive railguns. Weapons platforms disguised as space stations power up energy cannons that could crack moons. Earth's moon itself opens like a flower, revealing the largest weapon ever built by humans, a gravity cannon that could collapse stars. Admiral Ross coordinates the defense from his command center. All units, remember, they've never fought a real war. They don't know how to handle enemies who fight dirty. The Peace Council fleet approaches Earth with confidence. Their ships are beautiful, organic-looking vessels that seem grown rather than built. Each one is a masterpiece of technology, capable of reshaping matter at the atomic level. But they're designed for transformation, not destruction. The human fleet that rises to meet them is smaller, uglier, and completely focused on one purpose: killing the enemy. Human ships look like weapons with engines attached. Every surface bristles with guns, missiles, and devices designed to cause maximum damage. The battle begins when the aliens try to use their transformation technology on the human fleet. Beams of energy designed to pacify organic brains strike human ships and do nothing. The humans had learned from Turner's reports and shielded their crews behind layers of metal and radiation. They're trying to change us remotely, reports Captain Davis of the Battleship Vengeance. Shields are holding. Beginning attack run. What follows is unlike any battle in galactic history. The aliens, masters of peaceful transformation, find themselves facing an enemy that refuses to be transformed. Their weapons can reshape matter and energy, but they cannot touch the human will to fight. Human weapons are crude by galactic standards, but devastatingly effective. Nuclear missiles designed to destroy planets, kinetic weapons that strike with the force of meteors, and energy beams that simply burn through alien defenses. The Peace Council ships are more advanced, but they're not designed for war. Their hulls are built for exploration, their systems optimized for creation rather than destruction. Against an enemy that wants only to kill them, they are helpless. Meanwhile, Turner arrives at the Peace Council's capital world with his prisoner ship. The planet is beautiful beyond description. Floating cities, gardens that span continents, and billions of peaceful beings living in perfect harmony. Turner broadcasts a message to the entire world. People of the Peace Council, your fleet is attacking Earth. You have 1 hour to recall them, or I will demonstrate what your pacified species have forgotten: the power of violence. The council members watch in shock as Turner shows them footage of the battle around Earth. Their mighty transformation fleet is being torn apart by primitive human weapons. Ships that took decades to grow are destroyed in seconds by crude nuclear explosives. Ambassador Vel makes one final plea. Captain, if you destroy us, you doom your own species. Without our guidance, humanity will destroy itself within centuries. Turner considers this possibility. Maybe, he admits, but we'll do it as humans, not as your pets. The hour passes. The Peace Council refuses to recall their fleet, certain that their advanced technology will eventually overcome human brutality. Turner gives the order that ends the galactic age of peace. The destroyer fires its planet cracker missiles at the Council world. The explosions can be seen from neighboring star systems. When the news reaches Earth, humanity stands alone in a galaxy full of pacified species who have forgotten how to fight. They are surrounded by enemies who will never forgive them for destroying 10,000 years of peace. But they are still human. And monsters, as the galaxy is about to learn, are very hard to kill. The truth revealed. Captain Turner confronts Ambassador Vel with Titan's discovery. Your records show that every aggressive species in this galaxy is gone. What happened to them? Vel's expression grows sad. Captain, this is a difficult topic. Some species chose to leave for distant galaxies when they couldn't adapt to peaceful coexistence. Others, he pauses, searching for words. Others required more direct intervention. What kind of intervention? Turner demands, his hand moving closer to his weapon. Dr. Neela speaks up from the harmony. Captain Turner, you must understand. We tried peaceful solutions for centuries with each aggressive species. We offered them everything: technology, resources, new worlds. But some species are simply unable to stop fighting. So you killed them? Major Johnson asks, her voice cold. No, Vel says firmly. We saved them from themselves. The Krathi were destroying their own worlds with endless wars. We relocated their population to a peaceful planet and removed their capacity for violence through genetic therapy. The Vorthak were enslaving other species, so we altered their brain chemistry to eliminate their desire for dominance. Turner feels ice in his veins. You changed their biology. You turned them into different species. We gave them peace, Vel insists. They are happier now. Their children grow up without fear, without hatred, without the terrible burden of aggression that plagued their ancestors. The human crew exchanges horrified looks. Titan processes this information and provides more details. Sir, according to their records, they have pacified over 40 different species. The procedures appear to be irreversible. Back on Earth, Dr. Stone argues desperately with the military council. We need to accept their offer. Think of what we could accomplish with their technology. Admiral Ross shakes his head. You heard Turner's report. They don't just want to help us. They want to change us. Make us into something we're not. President Clark studies the classified files. How long before they decide humans are too aggressive to exist unchanged? The question hangs in the air like a death sentence. At the meeting point, Ambassador Vel tries to reassure the humans. Captain Turner, I understand your concern. But consider your species' history. How many humans have died in wars? How much suffering could we prevent by helping humanity evolve beyond violence? You mean by destroying what makes us human? Turner replies. By freeing you from the chains of your primitive instincts. Vel counters. Humans have so much potential. Your creativity, your determination, your ability to solve complex problems. These traits would flourish in a peaceful galaxy. You would become more than human, not less. Major Johnson studies the alien ship through the tactical display. Sir, if their technology is so advanced, why haven't they just forced us to change already? The answer comes from an unexpected source. Dr. Neela accidentally reveals the truth during a discussion about human psychology. The transformation process works best when the species chooses it willingly. Forced pacification sometimes fails after several generations. Turner realizes the horrifying truth. This whole peaceful first contact, it's not diplomacy. It's recruitment. You're trying to convince us to volunteer for extinction. Vel's composure finally cracks. Extinction. Captain, you don't understand. The species we helped are thriving. They have longer lives, perfect health, unlimited resources. They create art and music and literature beyond anything they achieved before. They are happy. But they're not themselves anymore, Turner says quietly. The conversation is interrupted by an emergency signal from Earth. Admiral Ross appears on screen, his face grim. Turner, we've detected massive energy signatures heading toward our solar system. Long-range sensors show at least 50 alien ships, all the size of small moons. Vel looks genuinely surprised. That's impossible. I came alone, as agreed. Dr. Neela checks her instruments frantically. Ambassador, the Council has activated Protocol 7. They're sending the transformation fleet. Why? Vel demands. I haven't even finished negotiations. Because, Dr. Neela says sadly, the Council reviewed human military capabilities. They decided that a species capable of building ships like the Destroyer is too dangerous to remain unchanged. Turner feels the trap closing around humanity. The peaceful aliens never intended to give humans a choice. They were simply buying time while their real fleet approached Earth. Captain, Major Johnson reports, the alien fleet will reach Earth in 6 days. Even at maximum speed, we can't get back in time to help defend the planet. Ambassador Vel makes one final plea. Captain Turner, it doesn't have to be a tragedy. The transformation is painless. Your species will retain their memories, their relationships, their culture. They will simply lose the ability to harm others or themselves. Turner looks at the small, elegant alien ship, then at his own massive warship. For the first time, he truly understands why humanity built monsters like the Destroyer. Ambassador, he says quietly, you're about to learn why peaceful species don't survive contact with humans. Cultural shock. The negotiations continue for 3 days. Ambassador Vel tries to explain the Galactic Peace Council's history. For over 10,000 years, our alliance has maintained peace across the galaxy. We have never fought a war. When disputes arise, we discuss and find solutions that benefit everyone. Captain Turner listens with growing amazement. You're telling me that in 10,000 years, not one of your member species has tried to conquer the others? Not one war. Not even a small conflict. Why would we fight? Dr. Neela asks from the Harmony. War only destroys resources and knowledge. Through cooperation, every species in our council has advanced far beyond what they could achieve alone. Major Johnson reviews the alien databases they've been sharing. Sir, their technology is incredible. They have ships that can travel across the galaxy in days, medical devices that can regrow entire organs, and energy systems that could power Earth for centuries. Turner studies the data. Every piece of alien technology they've shown is designed for building, healing, or exploring. Nothing is made for fighting. How do you defend yourselves? He asks Vel, what happens if someone attacks your worlds? The question seems to genuinely confuse the ambassador. Who would attack us? And why? If a species needs resources, we share them. If they need knowledge, we teach them. If they need new worlds, we help them find empty planets to colonize. But what if they just want to destroy you? Turner presses. What if they attack for no reason except that they can? Vel considers this carefully. Captain, in our experience, violence comes from fear, need, or misunderstanding. We eliminate fear through trust, need through sharing, and misunderstanding through communication. We have encountered many aggressive species over the millennia. All of them joined our council once they understood our principles. Meanwhile, back on Earth, news of the alien contact spreads despite military secrecy. Dr. Stone argues with Admiral Ross in the Pentagon. Sir, they're offering us technologies that could solve climate change, cure cancer, and give us unlimited clean energy. This could be the greatest moment in human history. Ross slams his fist on the table. And it could be the end of human independence. Once we become dependent on their technology, they control us completely. President Clark reviews reports from the meeting site. What's Turner's assessment? He believes they're genuinely peaceful, Ross admits reluctantly. But he also thinks they're dangerously naive. Their complete lack of defenses makes them either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Back at the meeting point, both sides try to understand each other's cultures. Veld shares recordings of Peace Council worlds, beautiful planets with gleaming cities where different alien species work together on massive projects. Gardens float in space, and art spans entire continents. Turner shows Earth's history, wars, conquest, survival of the fittest. He explains how humans fought their way from cave dwellers to space travelers. Every advance we made came through struggle. Every technology we developed had to be protected from others who would steal or destroy it. Your species has achieved so much through conflict, Vell observes. But imagine what you could achieve through cooperation. And imagine what we could lose through trust, Turner replies. The cultural exchange reveals deeper differences. The aliens see strength in vulnerability, believing that showing peaceful intentions creates safety. Humans see strength in power, believing that only the strong can protect the weak. Dr. Nila shares alien philosophy with the destroyer's crew. We believe that intelligence naturally leads to cooperation. The smartest choice is always to work together. Major Johnson responds with human military doctrine. We believe that intelligence leads to competition. The smartest choice is to be stronger than your enemies. Both sides begin to realize the scope of their differences. The aliens have spent thousands of years perfecting cooperation. Humans have spent thousands of years perfecting competition. Ambassador Vell calls a private meeting with his senior staff. I'm beginning to understand why the Council was concerned about this species. They think like predators, not like civilized beings. Captain Turner holds his own meeting. These aliens have survived for thousands of years with no military. Either they're incredibly lucky, or there's something about the galaxy we don't understand. The breakthrough comes when TITN analyzes the alien databases and makes a disturbing discovery. Sir, I have completed my analysis of their galactic survey data. According to their records, there are no hostile species left in this galaxy. What do you mean left? Turner demands. All aggressive species in their records are listed as either extinct, transformed, or relocated to distant galaxies. The Peace Council appears to have eliminated all potential threats to their civilization. The revelation changes everything. The peaceful aliens might be more dangerous than anyone realized. The question becomes, are humans about to join a galactic paradise, or have they encountered the galaxy's most successful predators? The destroyer arrives at the meeting coordinates first. Captain Turner orders the ship to full combat readiness. All weapons systems activate, shields power up to maximum, and fighter squadrons launch to patrol the area. The massive ship takes position with its main guns pointing toward the hyperspace exit point where the aliens will arrive. Major Johnson monitors the sensor readings from the tactical station. Sir, massive hyperspace signature incoming, she reports. Multiple contacts. Wait. Her voice changes from alert to confused. Sir, on reading one small vessel, approximately 200 meters long. Turner frowns at the readings. Every human military doctrine assumes that peaceful messages are tricks to hide invasion fleets. Run deep scans, he orders. Check for cloaked ships, hidden weapons, anything. The scans come back negative. Titan's mechanical voice fills the bridge. Analysis complete. Single vessel detected. No weapons signatures. No cloaking technology. No escort craft within 50,000 kilometers. The Harmony drops out of hyperspace in a flash of gentle blue light. The small ship looks like a work of art compared to the destroyer's brutal design. Its hull curves gracefully, and soft lights pulse along its sides in welcoming patterns. The ship immediately broadcasts greeting messages in dozens of human languages. On the Harmony's bridge, Ambassador Vel stares at his screens in shock. The human ship is enormous, black as space itself, and covered in weapon systems. How many guns does one ship need? Asks Dr. Neela, the expedition's scientist. The Harmony's captain, a young Altarian named Ben, checks his readings. Ambassador, they have enough firepower to destroy our entire home fleet. Their main cannon could crack a moon in half. Ambassador Vel tries to remain calm. Perhaps they are simply cautious. Many species bring protection to first meetings. But privately, he wonders if the Peace Council made a terrible mistake. On the destroyer, Turner watches the small alien ship through the main viewer. That's it, he asks. One tiny ship against the most powerful warship humanity ever built. Sir, Johnson reports, they're broadcasting on all frequencies. Universal peace symbols, mathematical proofs, even music. They're trying very hard to look friendly. Turner considers his options. His orders were clear: protect humanity at all costs. But this doesn't feel like an invasion. Maintain combat readiness, he decides, but hold your fire unless they make aggressive moves. The two ships sit in space, separated by 10 kilometers. The size difference is dramatic. The destroyer could swallow a dozen ships like the Harmony. Fighter craft buzz around the massive human warship like angry insects, while the Harmony sits peacefully, its lights pulsing in greeting patterns. Ambassador Vel makes the first move. He broadcasts a direct communication request, his image appearing on screens throughout the destroyer. The alien looks humanoid but elegant, with large eyes and pale blue skin. He wears simple robes and carries no visible weapons. Greetings, humans of Earth, Vel says, his voice calm and pleasant. I am Ambassador Vel of the Galactic Peace Council. We welcome you to the community of intelligent species. We come bearing gifts of knowledge and friendship. Turner appears on the Harmony screens, wearing full military uniform and flanked by armed guards. His ship's bridge looks like a war room, with weapons displays and tactical screens everywhere. I'm Captain Turner of the Earth Defense Force. State your intentions and the location of your main fleet. The question confuses Vel. Main fleet? Captain, I don't understand. This is our delegation. We came to offer you membership in the Peace Council and share our advanced technologies. You're telling me, Turner says slowly, that you traveled across the galaxy to meet an unknown species, and you brought only one small ship with no weapons. Of course, Vel replies, genuinely puzzled. Why would we need weapons for a peaceful meeting? Turner turns to Johnson and whispers, either they're the best liars in the galaxy, or they're completely insane. He turns back to the screen. Ambassador, do you realize we could destroy your ship in seconds? Vel's large eyes widen with concern. Captain Turner, why would you want to destroy us? We came to offer friendship and knowledge. Our databases contain cures for diseases, clean energy technology, and solutions to problems your species hasn't even discovered yet. The conversation continues for hours. Each side tries to understand the other's thinking. The aliens can't believe humans would bring a warship to a peaceful meeting. The humans can't believe aliens would travel through dangerous space with no protection. As the talks progress, both sides begin to realize they're dealing with completely different ways of thinking about the universe.